But I think as humans, we're very prone to be conditionally happy. Like, if this works, I'll be happy.
Ah, I see.
You know,
As opposed to,
let's see what happens, and if it makes me happy.
let's see what happens, and if it makes me happy, as opposed to, if this makes me happy, or if I do this,
It makes me happy.
it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Very prescriptive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually think I like that. Welcome to the hashtag Beyond Science segment of Let's Talk Science with Thuli. I'm still with Dr. Darryl Naidoo. Let me put some respect on it. And we've just finished, if you listened to the previous segment, talking about really how photonics interferes with yours and my lives. And now we're going into understanding really who Darryl is beyond science. So, Darryl, what's the fascination with cars? I don't understand it.
I'm not sure if it's a guy thing or if it's an Indian thing, but I mean, it's just, cars are, you kind of, how you build relationships with people?
Oh,
We build relationships with cars.
how?
Car guys build relationships with cars. Like, my car has a name, and and I've got feelings about my car, and I think about my car all the time, and it's really just an extension.
This is why the general public thinks scientists are psychos. What's your car's name?
So no, at the moment I haven't named my one yet. I'm still thinking, because I only got her recently. So
Oh yeah.
so I'm still thinking about her, but my
and
previous car was called Aurora, because she was the light of my life.
wow, Darryl, so original.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially like being from a photonics background.
Yeah, exactly. But it's almost like it's how people will express themselves either through song or through dress or through dance. It's an expression of who you are, and my car is an expression of who I am.
Oh, for real?
And that's why we have.
Your car is loud.
Yeah, it is loud. Yeah.
How is that an expression of? How do you relate that to
because
you?
because I'm not a very loud person.
No.
So it's the expression of as a complete unit, we are one.
Oh my word.
It's very difficult for people to understand why guys love cars so much, or why people love cars.
Do you buy your car and then put like fittings in it, and then so what is this car that hasn't been named yet?
Yes.
Which is probably going to have a name that references photonics.
Well, actually, the car already references photonics because it's a lumina, and lumina I think it's
illumination or something.
like illumination, but I think it's I did a Google Translate where it just automatically picks up the language, and it picked up Romanian, and it says lumina means the light. So
did you know that before you bought the car?
no, but lumina already sounds like it's
Like
something
a lightish,
light, so
yeah.
I was quite happy with that.
And then you say it's like you think about your car, and there's like what emotions do you have about your car? I suppose for me it would be like my clothes,
Exactly,
and
right.
my shoes.
I mean, when you wake up in the morning, you'll think, okay, what am I going to wear? What am I going to match with what? What lipstick is going to go with my dress? There's a whole host of things, but that's a reflection of you.
Yeah.
That's you showing yourself to the world. And for car guys, that's what it is for us as well. It's us showing ourselves to the world. So, we'll do lots of upgrades. We'll change the wheels, we'll put sound systems in there, upgrade the exhaust.
And the wheels must be big with a very low profile, I'm assuming.
Not always. Some people like it like that, others like it differently.
Oh yeah?
There's a whole variety, which is what makes it so special. I guess you can think about wheels as shoes.
Is it like a hobby, almost, or
Yeah, I think it is. It's a bit more than a hobby though, because
the connection? It's like
because
it's a little
there
bit
is
more.
a bit more of a connection.
It's different to waking up in the morning and running, ne?
Yes. As you can see, I don't do much running, but
You and I both. And then, Darryl, the sports.
Yeah.
So you play tennis. I used to like tennis.
Mm.
I do feel like people have to be tiny almost to play tennis, no?
I mean, if you look at some of the really good tennis players at the moment,
Yeah, they're like 1.9,
Yeah, easily.
close to 2 meters.
big guys.
And you enjoy the tennis?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's not something, I guess, COVID had a big impact on that. We weren't allowed to do a lot of things, so you had to find other hobbies in between. But I do really enjoy tennis. I enjoy playing golf. I'm not good at either of them.
Isn't golf like really expensive?
No,
as a sport?
you can pick up cheap clubs here and there.
Really?
I mean, if you're not too serious about the game, it doesn't really matter what type of clubs you use.
Yeah, that's also true.
In principle,
Yeah.
because you don't have a complete technique and all of that. So.
But you do it mostly to sort of like, I don't know, maybe get away from.
Yeah, the best thing about golf is that you spend half a day to a day just with your own thoughts, and it teaches you a lot about patience and control and managing your emotions, which is quite
Really?
strange. Because you can't go to the golf course and if you miss a shot, then you're going to be angry. You're going to keep missing. So you need to be in a kind of.
You have to be composed.
You've got to be quite composed and relaxed and sometimes you shouldn't be thinking about it while you're doing it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why I probably suck at it, because I tend to overthink everything.
Yeah. But this is the thing. So, and once you get into the rhythm, I mean, for me, it doesn't matter about my scores or how many shots I take. I don't care about that. That's not important to me. The important part is just you get a chance to be out on these beautiful golf courses. They're always so well maintained.
It's true.
It feels fresh, and you get to drive around in a golf cart and go crazy
and take nice pictures.
Have a couple of beers with people that you're playing with, and it's just a nice outing.
So it's also like so golf also has quite a social
yes.
Element to it.
Yeah, no, it does.
Aha.
Which is quite nice.
Aha, no, that's dope. And then I want to talk about dating, Darryl. I want to talk about why dating is difficult. Why do you think dating is so difficult?
So before we get to the dating being difficult part, probably the craziest thing I've done was I went on a dating show.
You did what? Where? When?
I was on a television dating show.
What television show?
So it was called Finding the One. It was on Mnet a couple of years ago.
That is so dope.
And I was actually on this dating show. And the premise of the show was that there's a person that's looking, it can either be male or female.
Yeah.
And they have 3 friends or family or whatever. Then the friends and family go through a database of potentials.
Aha.
And then they select 3 potentials.
They shortlist for you.
They shortlist, and then you go on an activity with the friends. So you never get to meet
that person.
The seeker, let's call it the seeker. You never get to meet them. And then the friends decide who they want to send on a blind date with the seeker. And then you go on that blind date, and then that's that.
And how did that go?
But you don't know what the person looks like.
Okay, wait, why did you go?
So my sister entered me into the show.
Because your sister is just like, you know what, Darryl, actually, this thing of you not bringing us a Makoti is not gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know. She was just like, it looked like something interesting to do. And she said, no, she feels like I'll definitely get picked and stuff like that. So anyway, I got all the way through to the blind date. Needless to say, it was the worst date I've ever been on.
No, really? Why?
Yeah, it was terrible. She was just so unresponsive. It was ridiculous.
How is it?
But
Oh, that sucks.
it was a very cool experience. I really enjoyed it actually. Being on primetime Mnet is always quite nice.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, you gotta take a chance here and there.
That is true, and I mean, I think it's also just so it's so open-minded, you know, and it has a little bit of an adventurous,
Yeah, no, it's true.
you know, thing about it, which is really cool, right?
Yeah, that is quite true.
Yeah. So, are you into like? I mean, if you can go on a TV show, are you into dating apps?
Yeah, I guess everybody is, right? I mean,
No, not everyone is. I tried a dating app once. I tried it once.
Yeah.
It let me just say it did not work for me.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it did not work for me. But I think that's where I'll end that story.
Okay.
But
okay.
but how's it been for you? Which dating app do you subscribe to?
I mean, dating apps are they're actually quite superficial. I mean, it's pointless, really.
But I mean, shouldn't you and I, as scientists, be believers in the algorithms of?
But the algorithms are flawed because it's based on it's not based on a fixed algorithm. Let's put it that way. The algorithm is like a genetic algorithm. It just changes with time, and it's really based on what the user wants, you know. So.
Or how the user portrays themselves, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're flipping through it, and you're like, oh, okay, this person's attractive, yes. That person's attractive, yes. And I think if we live in a world...
you signaling like this, you sound like a Tinder person. You're like,
no, actually almost all of them work like that.
No, there's the dating app that I went to, you had to click, you had to go...
Oh, you had to click like.
Yeah, you like or the heart or the X.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, but as soon as I see this, I'm like, oh, Tinder.
No, that's
okay.
normal. Everyone knows Tinder. Yeah, but I think it's just a situation where, like, people have an idea of what they want, and then it depends where you are in the world, but people are not as open-minded as you'd like them to be.
That's true.
And I think big things like race and religion play a huge factor in all of that. So, you know, you could meet somebody that would be your perfect fit.
Yeah.
But because there might be a different race or different religion, you might not want that. And so I think, you know, those types of things, when you meet in person, it becomes different. But on a dating app, it's not. So when you meet in person, then you're actually getting to know the person.
To know the person, and it becomes, for a lot of people, perhaps secondary.
Exactly.
That the person is black, Indian, or white,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. It makes no difference.
But should we really be having those, I mean, are those things really important?
No, I don't think they're important.
I don't think they're important either.
They're not for me at all.
Yeah, because if you connect with the person, you connect with the person, right?
Exactly. If you connect, and then you just go with it.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
But why is it challenging, Darryl? Because I think is it I don't know. Why do you think it's challenging?
So I think one of the big parts that I've found, obviously just my opinions, they could be completely wrong, but I think people have now become a lot more self-sufficient.
So the need for someone else
and then
isn't
the need
necessarily
for someone
there.
else not always there. You know, as much as we would want to have partnerships, I think now we're at a stage where everybody is also very strong-willed and strong-minded. And you often get the situation where heads clash and, you know, there's non-negotiables and things like that.
And people put their non-negotiables up front now. It's not like people are like waiting to let's date and let's get to a point where you're like, oh, I don't like that. People are telling you up front now, I don't want this, I don't want this. This is so many like lists, and also people look out for red flags, as it were, you know? So it makes it a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, I almost feel, and you know, when you speak to a variety of people, I think people's checklists are very long for what they're looking for.
Are they realistic?
Yeah, I think it's a bit unrealistic.
Yeah.
I think, you know, looking for one or two main important things. You know, like when you ask the question, what is the most important thing in your life? You don't list 20 things.
What is the most important thing in your life?
You only choose one.
What is that?
It's happiness, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, you know, being a scientist, there's one good and one bad thing.
Absolutely.
The good thing is you get to explore new ideas and do wonderful research.
Yeah.
The bad thing
Explore.
is you don't really get paid for it.
Yeah, you don't really get paid for it, or at least if you do, it's not as much as
Exactly.
you should be for the kind of impact, I
Exactly.
suppose, the work you
Exactly.
do has on society.
But the thing is, would you rather work in a job where you're unhappy but get paid a lot?
Absolutely, and you're bored,
Or you work in a job where you really enjoy and you want to wake up every
and
morning
you're intellectually
and
stimulated.
you don't get paid nearly as much? I kind of go for the second one.
Yeah.
I want that happiness factor. I want things around me to make me thrive and help me grow, and I think that's important.
But I suppose that's what a lot of people want, right? A lot of people want happiness, and they want to associate with people who are happy, right?
Yeah, but I think as humans we're very prone to be conditionally happy. Like, if this works, I'll be happy.
I see. As opposed to, let's see what happens, and if it makes me happy. let's see what happens, and if it makes me happy, as opposed to, if this makes me happy, or if I do this,
It makes me happy.
it makes me happy.
Yeah,
Very prescriptive.
yeah.
I actually think I like that. I think we should, like Darryl is saying, I think perhaps we should be a little bit more open-minded about relationships, a bit more open-minded about the kind of things that we are listing as expectations that we have, even sometimes on ourselves, because we also tend to have like major expectations of on ourselves, and it's unnecessary, So I think maybe we should play golf more, play tennis more, walk around beautiful pitches, and be one with ourselves, and connect with each other at a more human level. And I think if there's anything I've appreciated about this conversation is you can tell that Darryl thinks deeply about interaction with people and what that actually means and what it should mean. And I think that for me is really fascinating, and I've learned something new about Darryl, and I hope you've learned something new about Darryl as well, and I hope that some of the stuff we've been talking about today you can apply to your life as well, to get to a point where you yourself feel you're a happier version of yourself and are in control of your happiness of you. And with that, I thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much, Darryl, for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me today.
I hope you enjoyed that.
Yes, it was fantastic.
I certainly enjoyed it. Please tune in again next time when we're talking about something else with another scientist or engineer. If there's anything that you want us to speak about, do let us know, and we'll try and find a scientist that can speak to us about whatever it is you want to talk about. Even if what you want to talk about is sleep, doesn't matter. Let us know, and we'll try and find a person that can let us know how that topic affects you. If you are watching this, thank you so much for watching. If you are listening on any one of the popular audio streaming platforms, thank you so much for listening, and do tune in again next time. Ciao for now. Bye bye.